guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are back with the Championship weekly predictions. We're filming this on the back of the Coventry Nottingham Forest game, so we are both in a very bad mood. It was heartbreaking to lose in the last minute. But we'll move on. I'm with Cookie. How you doing, mate?
I'm alright, mate. I'm a bit livid after that game. I'm not as livid as you, I don't think, because you've really taken it quite hard. But no, it's not good, is it? But oh well. Let's see if we can predict them a bit of a win for the weekend.
Yeah. Okay. My prediction against Leon is up there. That means that is now the scores against the guests as well. So I still think I'm trailing. But we'll see if I can take down Cookie.
Big up the guests.
You beat me last week. Not last week. Last time you were on. So,
I did, yeah. And you were giving me a bit of jip for that, thinking I wasn't going to do you in.
But
easy,
all right.
mate.
But it's going to be a reality chat. I'm going to beat you this week. We'll get straight into it then with Cardiff City versus Bristol. Now Cardiff picked up a 3-0 win against Barnsley on the Tuesday night. Bristol City won away at Huddersfield. So they're both coming into this on the back of wins. They're both doing okay. I mean, Bristol City fell away a little bit from the top. Cardiff, they're okay. It wouldn't surprise me if this finishes as a draw, so I'm going to predict a 1-1.
Cool. So I'm going to go for a 1-0 away win. I think Bristol doing all right. I think they're going to sneak it, mate.
1-0 to Bristol.
Yeah, 1-0 Bristol.
Okay, the next game then is high-flying Reading against Stoke City. Now, as for Reading, they've lost their last two now. Obviously, Coventry got the first win against Reading, and now they've just lost to Preston 3-0 as well. Stoke City have just lost to Watford 3-2 in a dramatic game. I think Reading need to sort of stabilise their season, and I think they're going to aim to do that with this game, but I don't think they're going to win. I think this is going to be a tight game. I'm going for 1-1.
Nah, not for me. I said in the last video that I was in when we did the Championship predictions that Reading, the wheels are going to come off at some point. We were the team to do it. Coventry City buzzing, and they've just been hammered by Preston tonight as well. Their expected goals is one of the worst in the league, and for me, Stoke are going to batter them 3-0.
Wow. Okay, that's an interesting.
They're shocking.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Overachieving.
Right. I'm not gonna get into that. We'll move on to the next game then. Birmingham City going up against AFC Bournemouth. Now Birmingham have just lost to Wycombe.
Crap, aren't they? They really are.
And they're going up against a Bournemouth team that are doing pretty well this season, but they lost to Sheffield Wednesday in the week. That's unprofessional. I'm going to predict a Birmingham 1, Bournemouth 2.
Do you know what? I'm going to go for the same thing. I'm going to go exactly the same. I think Birmingham are going to get a goal, but I think generally Bournemouth are way too powerful for a Birmingham team. And yeah, 2-1 for me as well. Okay,
the next game then is Blackburn Rovers going up against Queen's Park Rangers. Now, we've seen Coventry play both of these two. Blackburn, obviously, very good. I always say they're very good on their day. Depends which Blackburn turns up. Going up against QPR that have been reasonable so far. I think this is one where Blackburn will get 3 points. I'm going to back them to win this 2-1.
So I'm going to back them to win, but I'm going to go 2-0. I think QPR are a bit, for me anyway, they're a bit meh. And I think, yeah, 2-0 for me is going to be about right.
Yep, okay. The next game then is Brentford versus Middlesbrough. Now Middlesbrough, they look quite good to be honest this season. They've been very steady. They're quite tight at the back. They know how to get a result. And I don't think they've lost since the opening day against Watford, which is really impressive. Yeah. As for Brentford, very good. Obviously a lot of people's favourites to get promoted this season. So I think this will be a tight game. In fact, I've gone for a 0-0.
Really? Okay, no goals at all?
Nope.
So I'm going to go a draw as well, but I'm going to go 1-1.
Okay, 1-1.
Well, a goal apiece.
Okay. The next game then is Derby County, who are struggling this season, going up against Barnsley, who are coming into this off the back of that 3-0 defeat to Cardiff. But before that, they picked up back-to-back wins. So it's interesting, this one. I think there won't be a lot in it, but I think whoever would be at home in this game, I would back. So if Barnsley are at home, I'd possibly back them to win this. But with Derby at home, I'm going to predict them to win this 1-0.
No, so I'm going to go for the opposite. Derby have just lost to QPR today 1-0 at home, so I'm going to go the other way around. I'm going to say 2-0 the other way. Who was the other team? I've completely forgotten.
Barnsley.
Barnsley, yeah, Barnsley to win 2-0. I just don't think Derby are here this season. They're just not. They're not doing anything. Okay,
the next game then is Huddersfield Town going up against Luton Town. Now Huddersfield coming into this on the back of that defeat to Bristol City, but then they won the weekend before 3-0 at Millwall, so they're a very strange team and very hard to predict. Luton Town picked up a win on Wednesday night, which is tonight, against Rotherham United. So I think once again it'll be a tight game. I'm going to go for yet another draw. I'm going to go for 0-0.
I'm going 0-0 as well. That's just, yeah. It doesn't inspire you, that one, does it?
Okay, is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, no, rubbish.
Rubbish. Okay, that's fair enough. Next game then is Norwich City versus Swansea City. Now
you went a bit essy on that, didn't you?
City. Norwich City versus Swansea City.
Might have to bleep that out, mate.
No, I said it properly. This one is the battle of two teams trying to get promoted this season. I think both of them have a really good chance of making the top 6. Both of them have been in the Premier League recently. Once again, I'm going for a draw. I think it's a tight game. Really hard to pick who could win this. I think either team could win this, but I'm going to go for 1-1.
Mate, I completely aired on the teams. Who's playing?
Norwich City and Swansea City.
Norwich City and Swansea City. It's quite an interesting one, but I'm probably going to go for Norwich 2-1. Why are you shaking your head?
You're not with it today, are you?
No, I keep airing on the teams. I'm sorry, mate. Norwich to win 2-1 though. I think they've got a bit more about them.
Okay, next up we've got Nottingham Forest and Wycombe Wanderers.
Well, after what we just seen, Wycombe are going to smack them up 7-0.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest have just played Coventry.
Gash.
They somehow won.
Oh, right.
They somehow won. Coventry were the better team, but Forest snatched it. That's Coventry's fault for not taking their chances.
Yeah.
Wycombe Wanderers, though, blimey, they're looking really good at the moment. They've picked up back-to-back wins.
Big win today.
They drew with Watford, and even in the games they've lost, they've looked pretty good. So, maybe I'd back Wycombe if they were at home, but as they're away, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Nah, honestly, what I've just seen from Forest, they were diabolical. They were shocking. Like, it was a rubbish game of football as it was. We dominated second half, but I'm not being funny. Forest were guff, and for that, and I said Wycombe were going to be rubbish this season, and they've really upped their game and stuff. I'm having Wycombe 2-0.
Wow,
that's that, and an exaggerated 7-0, but 2-0. Yeah, 2-0.
Okay. Next up, then you've got Rotherham United going up against Preston North End. Now Rotherham, they've been okay, but they're sort of teetering over the relegation zone. They look a little bit precarious. As for Preston North End, they've been okay, but nothing too special. But actually, fair play to them, they beat Reading 3-0. That's a very good win. With Rotherham at home, I fancy them to get something. Yet again, another draw, 1-1.
I'm going to go for a 1-0 Preston win. It's away from home. They just did it to Derby. I think the same thing going into this one as well.
Okay. Next up, we have Sheffield Wednesday going up against Millwall. Now, Sheffield Wednesday are very close to getting rid of that -12. A fantastic win against Bournemouth in the week. As for Millwall, they look fairly steady. They've picked up a few decent results this season. They look like they'll be challenging for the top 6. I think both teams won't want to lose this, so I think I'm going to go for another draw, 0-0.
1-1 for me.
1-1.
Yeah, both teams won't want to lose this.
And the final game then is Watford Football Club going up against our team, Coventry City. And after just watching us lose to Nottingham Forest, after being so wasteful, I'm not going to be very positive at all. I think Watford, they won't give us any second chances. I think we're going to lose this game. If we don't get more clinical, Watford 2-0.
Yeah, I can't really see us taking a point from this one as well. We're a bit too naive of a team. We're a bit too just wasteful. We just seem a bit like off the pace and stuff. We had a good result against Reading, but again, I think Reading are rubbish. And I'm going to say the same thing about Nottingham Forest. And then we're going to come up against a quality opposition here in Watford, and I just can't see us getting anything out of this. So I'm going to say 3-0 to Watford.
Ooh, that would... Yeah, I do think Watford are very strong.
Yeah. That
That completes today's video, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you agree or disagree with anything he said. I know you'll agree with what I've said. He's very controversial. And we'll see you in the next video, guys. I'll only be able to do it with people from my household now. We're going into a lockdown, so I know.
Big up, Sophie.
We'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.